Hello, boys, babes, and all of you beans in between. Welcome back. Guess what we have done? This place is finished. At least this portion is. This is not the final product of it at the slightest, but look how big it is. Honestly, looking at it like this makes it not look so big, but I feel like this, it definitely feels a whole heck of a lot bigger. So, only this bottom portion is done. I am going to be adding more to it, but let's get a good look at this place. I am pretty proud of it. It is pretty big. Building it, understood it was be big, and then putting it in made it feel even bigger. Next to the mountain, it is absolutely massive, and I honestly was not expecting that. But this is what we have so far. The plan from here is that there's going to be another section that domes back out, not all the way back out, but to the point of these pillars, and then goes on up for a little bit longer, not terribly further, but farther enough to be justifiably larger. So that is what we're looking at for that in terms of sizing. I'm pretty excited by it. I think it's going to be awesome. However, this did take forever because this was the only thing I decided I was going to build by hand for the first time in this series, besides like my old base. But because of the dome shape and all the slabs and the stairs, I am profoundly regretting that because it took close to 8 hours to get actually built, unfortunately. But it is done. But there's also this other thing. On stream the other day while I was gathering resources for that, we decided to play with just some random things in the create mod. And I had forgotten or had been not quite fully aware of the fact that these beautiful steam whistles exist, but listen to them. And I fully intend to build an organ out of this. How it's gonna work, I've got no bloody clue. But we're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be a lot of redstone, and I think I'm actually gonna build an entire, like, boat dedicated to having an organ inside it and playing it, because the redstone I'm gonna have to need for all of this is gonna be way too big. And the good news is, campfires heat those enough that I don't need the giant steam engine with the lava that I have in the other one. But I absolutely adore this. It is so cool, and I need to stop pressing that button. But I had an absolute blast figuring that out on stream, which was super cool because there's all the different pitches. You can build whole scales, everything else you could ever need with that. But it's so cool. So we're actually going to go and get some more work done. And in terms of getting the work done, we're going to be doing the interior of that building. And I know, like, it's already got some design on it, but I would like to put some stuff inside there. I'm also going to be adding a waystone up there, so I'm not having to fly up the hill every single time I need to go up there. But we're going to get some of that work done. And in terms of setting up an organization system up there, that might not be permanent, but for now will take up some of the space to give us some storage here that we can use. So I'm going to get that done. I'm going to get started on that and find the resources we need, and I will bring y'all back when we're getting started on that. Alrighty, I have done some interior work. We now have some storage that is stashed nicely along the edge of all of the building, which I think looks pretty good. I put the bookshelves in just to add some extra color. Am I gonna have to do something else with up here eventually? Probably. I am debating including things like the tool I had to use to craft this, which is still over at the other village, but I'll go get it eventually. I also made a cute little walk path out here to put our waystone on. We got rid of the shulkers that were sitting out here, and we put some sugarcane up along the front of it. I don't know if that will be a permanent design choice, but I do think it makes it feel more green. I'm not sure. And yes, it's taller because of, in the Bumble Zone, there is a special type of water, and that is sugar water, which has the effect of making things grow better. So we have some of that up and about here, which makes sugarcane taller and it's pretty cool looking, honestly. But we have now done that, and we have all of the stuff that was making a mess around here stored. I do need to get the mess off the dock, but that's not quite the goal yet. We did also come through and put in some water along this. I feel like it kind of ties the room together a little more, adds some more shades of blue, which isn't saying a ton because there's a lot of blue in this already. So just added some more. But I think it's all pretty cool. I love this thing in particular. It was not initially intended to be like this. It wasn't even supposed to have a hole through the roof, but because I am be growing the building off of this more, it made sense for some level to be able to go through like that. However, I need to build some sort of method to get us up and down, and I am currently debating using some sort of create tool. I know that there's like pressurized launchers that like when you step on it can throw you. So I'm not sure if that's how we're going to do it, or if we're going to make some sort of like piston pusher that'll shove you up there. Not sure yet. We'll figure it out. I got to do some more research on the mods we have and what's available, but I do love the way it's looking, and there are a couple things I want to do, and one of them is actually to try and bring the bee that I have, the behemoth, over at the other base into here, just so it has some nice space. I am going to build a specified like tower room for it, but I think it would look pretty cool just flip-flopping itself through here. So we're going to go pick that up and bring it over here soon-ish, but that's going to take a lot of work because getting across that ocean is the laggiest thing known to mankind for some reason. So we have organized and put things in here, and I'm pretty proud of that, but we are next going to try and figure out what we're putting in each of these quadrants so that it is being assigned stuff. So I'm going to go see what stuff I had been installed over at the other area that isn't create based and bring it on over here and see if we can neatly organize it in some way that makes sense. Let's get it done. Alrighty, so we have gotten some stuff done. I brought my friend over here. I still need to figure out a name for her, but I do love that she's here because now I can just whoop, and I got a bait. And we can noom around inside of here. It's not very fast, I know, but it is fun to have around. And Parker. But I set up a little end system over here where you can have an infusion pedestal set up. That's just for dramatics. That is the really cool little crystals that are formed out there, and they turn into these crystal shards when you break it without a silk touch. And these little components are like the primary ones that you use for crafting in there and doing stuff with it, which we're not using right now anymore because I just finished for now. I was making some of these little Duma flickers, these eternal crystals. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they're supposed to do, but we have them. I think they look cool, and so I'm going to put them on pedestals every single door. I only have 3 at this time because I have gas tiers somewhere, but I'm not sure where. So I got to find some more of them because you need end crystals to craft them. So I got to get that worked on. But I made a little table, and you can like sit in the chair. Hold on, let's do that. And then look at me. I'm in a chair. What I'll use this table for, I have no clue. But I liked the idea of there being a table, and I didn't want to use just tables, so we used some trapdoors, and then we also used some slabs just to spice up the textures, make it look a little fancy. I will put some stuff on it eventually, but that is there. And the next thing is I would like to do a Botanica section over here, or Botania? I'm not sure which one we have, but some sort of thing like that with like a petal apothecary and a couple of the flowers. How we're going to do that, still working that out, but I do want to do something with it in here. But the problem is I haven't explored that mod enough to know what I need to put in here and how to put in there and like get the pedestals, or not pedestals, the apothecaries that I want to go in and fit the color palette. So I got to work on that outside of this, probably next time I stream from the world. But we're going to do that over there, and I'm going to do something Bumble Zone-ish over here. There's not a ton of stuff from the Bumble Zone that you can work with, but Bumble Zone, I don't know if you can actively pick it up. These things, these crystalline flowers, I'm not sure if you can pick them up and move them, but if you can, they are a form of enchanting table kind of deal that you can use, and I'd really love to have some here in here with the bee because it looks pretty cool. And I do want to eventually, because you can feed these guys enough honey that they can become a queen bee, and that using that honey you can use a whole bunch of stuff and do a whole bunch of different things. I just need to farm enough honey to do that because it takes a lot of honey. So that's what we're looking at so far. I think we're getting somewhere. I think it looks pretty good. I do need to go find my collection of gas tiers because I have a lot from inn busting, because for some reason there's a bunch of them out there on the inn cities. But we have all that stuff set up. I do need to bring a copy of the Botanica book over here so that we have that, and set up like a pedestal over there in the corner, not a pedestal, a lectern over there in the corner to hold it just like we have it for that book. I don't think Yeah, but there's not a book for the Bumble Zone, so we're not going to have that. But I do think we'll end up with like some armor stands of all the different armor types. So like we'll end up making a couple more of these elytras to decoratively place in places. And then like the thallium, I believe is the name of it. The thalassium ore. I do want to take those and whatever other type of armor is available, I would like to. Here, let's do just plate, because we got some varieties of things. So that's one of the end ones. That's a crystalline one, which is an end one. This one's an end one. I believe those are Britannia ones. And then like that's another one. And so is that. So I want to eventually have that kind of stuff just on like different little things stacked in here. And the pedestals are nifty because it'll sit there and just kind of bob in a weirdly mesmerizing way. So that's there and that's that. I do need to find some sort of lighting. I was thinking something kind of floating above this would be cool, because that crystalline stuff does cast light and does increase the light level if I recall correctly. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, it definitely increased the light level here so that it affects it. We should. Yeah, everything here is good in terms of spawn levels. Nothing should spawn, but it is nice to have like extra light casted in spots where you're going to be interacting with. So that's what that's for. But I like how it's coming so far. I am going to keep working on some stuff. Might go add another contraption or two to the create ship because we need some stuff over there. But other than that, I'm going to get back to work and I'll show you what else we come up with. Alrighty, so we have this thing sitting here. This is not finished. I still need to put the filter systems in, but this is going to be making precision mechanisms. So if I understand correctly, we scroll back in right there. We need small gears, which we have things making for, the large ones, and then we need iron nuggets. And so it has to do that 5 times. So I've set it up so that this was suggested by someone on stream, using this to launch back anything that's incorrect, and it should throw it right back into the chute. So to reset it and spit it back out and spin it through. And then this is set up so that if there is a finished precision mechanism, it will go and get zapped into this container. So we're going to test this by getting some cogs in. Let's do a half a stack, and then I think I have iron nuggets around here somewhere. Grab a couple pieces of that, and then we can make some more iron nuggets real quick. Perfect. So now we just need to jump on up here. And it's going to be, let's look at that one more time. Because this is backwards what I'm looking at. So I need to do small cog, big cog, iron. That way. So let's filter, give it the half stack. Nope, give me that back. Filter, give it the half stack. And then filter, give it the rest. So we should, let's make sure this works. Let's toss 2 in. Boop, boop, boop. It missed. Okay, we gotta fix that. That's fixable. Let's grab this. Parkour. So we need it to target there from here. Let's try it again. Put the ones we've got, toss them in. Boop, 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 boop. It missed again. Okay, so it's hitting the ceiling is the problem. So let's see if, I wonder if it makes sense to move the barrel forward. That might work for us. Hold on. No, I don't think that'd work to align all of it could. Let's adjust this. So we're gonna need an extra one of these in just a second. Give me one of them. Put it there. We're gonna pop this. And that. And we're gonna stick the barrel here. This should work. Hopefully it doesn't break it. Whoop. Put that there. Gotta break this again and realign where it's supposed to be sending things. Up we go. Right there. From here. And then we just gotta insert it back here now, which is not the end of the world. It's still messing it up. Is it because the ceiling's too low? Is that the problem? Do I need to lower this? Is that I don't think that would help. Okay. Another option is we have it just throw it straight up onto another. I like that idea, actually. Hold on. We're gonna turn that. Get me another one of these. I'm gonna need a couple of these. We have the conveyor belt stuff. Whoop, not what I wanted to do. Whoop, now we are stuck. Okay. And then we do that again. That. Perfect. Okay, so if we have it throw it straight onto that, let's test. I think that'll work. Let's try it. And unfortunately they fell, but that's easy enough to fix. We just need another andesite. Whatchamacallit? Oh, I have one. Perfect. I need to make some more of those. But then we should be able to. I have no blocks to tower up there with. Let's use some tuff. I don't know if that works. Hold on. Oh, that did work. Okay. And they should be finalizing, so they shouldn't be launching up again. Yeah. Okay, so that collection system is working. Let's get... Actually, let's throw 2 more in just to test to make sure it's going to work all the way through. Yes! We have done it! Not the prettiest thing in the world, but it is working, and I am quite proud of that. Let's let those finish, because that's not going to take too long for them to finish. But nice and compact. It fits cutely. I feel like there's probably a neater way to do it, but it's here. It fits in the space. And we still got space over there to do stuff and up top to do stuff. And if I understand correctly, these are going to be key to doing a lot of stuff, especially if I want to use more of the little claw grabby guys down there and the speed controllers. So that is super awesome. On that note, though, we are going to go ahead and wrap up the episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you saw something today that you thought I should try something different with, or do something different with, or a machine, or some sort of like conveyor belt system like this that you think would make my life easier to have in here, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Make sure you drink some water and have a lovely rest of your day. Bye now.